time, how a person has to be humble because who knows how long you'll be rich for? Who knows how long you'll be healthy for? It could be all these things will come and go. So, and then you'll need these people, and you mistreated them because of your gava. So you shot yourself in the foot, and therefore you should be like what Pirkei Avot says, to respect every person, and who is wise? Ezu chacham, omen mikol adam. He learns from every single person, and he's willing to listen and hear out every single person, and not have gava. Okay, fine. So now he says, mafsideh hamidah azot, things that take away from your humility, make you lose your humility, is ribuya asviah betovot olam hazeh. Person who, they call him a fresser. He's a person who is looking to indulge. He's a connoisseur looking to indulge in worldly pleasures. Such a thing leads a person to have gava. As it says, pen tochal v'savata, right? Ishman yishurun v'yivat. It says yishurun kicks. When does yishurun kick? When does Jews rebel? When life's good. When life's not good, Hashem, please. Chafetz Chaim Alav Hashem said, I want to be buried next to a poor person. That means because poor people, Hashem is very close to them. But the person who's full, who has what he needs, it's very easy for him to forget about Hashem. That's why the mitzvah deoraita brachot, where the only bracha, one of the few brachot that's deoraita, is Birkat HaMazon. Because over there you're full and you have to bless. It's harder to bless when you're full. Before derabanan. After that's the deoraita. As it says, Gemara Masechet Brachot, en ari nohem mitoch kupa shel teven ela mitoch kupa shel basar. The lion doesn't roar when he has a heap of straw. It's when he has a heap of meat. And that's when he feels like a king and he starts roaring and starts thinking he's a big shot. So therefore, a person has to know that if you're chasing these worldly desires, it's very hard to keep up with having anava, having humility. Another thing that makes you lose your humility, he itchabrut ishtamesh bebnei adam chanefim asher lignov libo bechanufatam. So he says another thing that makes you lose it is having friends who are flatterers. Friends who are flatterers, who only tell you what you want to hear, and they never give you musar, and they always give you compliments that don't really apply to you, and they feed your ego. As they call this, the yes man. You know, the guy is very wealthy, he has a bunch of friends, and they tell him, yes, you're the best, you're awesome, we love you, and you're good. No, that guy is wrong. You were right for cutting him off. Don't pay attention to his honks. Yeah, you're good. So these people, they flatter him because they want to have something to gain from him. But or there's some people who tell you, yeah, don't worry, we're here. I'm sorry for your loss. Don't worry, we're anything you need, we're here. We're gonna help you. This is what community is for. And then what? And when you call them, they don't. I'm sorry. Maybe call this guy. Maybe call that guy. They don't pull through for you. They're just flatterers. They just want to look on paper like they were a good, outstanding member. But what? He says, sof da'at adam kala. A person's psyche is vulnerable. V'tivo chalash mitpateh benakel. And we're easily seduced, and one can easily begin to believe these praises, and they make him think into something that he's not. You know, there's a story they say with the power of believing in yourself, and how even if Shabbat Shalom, even if you don't really think you could do it, just the power of believing in yourself makes you actually changes the results. Right? There was a bunch of poor people tired of being poor, so they saw that the Rebbes come to the town, and they always take care of the Rebbes. They make a big stall, big table. They give the Rebbe a lot of nice things. So they stick these poor guys in a group. They came up with an idea. He says, "Listen, we're going to make one guy into a Rebbe. We're going to put him a hat, put him a long coat. We're going to make him a Rebbe. We're going to go town to town. We're going to announce before Rebbe's coming to the town. That way we'll get free food. We'll get free treatment. Everything is going to be great." Then they said, what's going to be his name? His name is going to be the Kugler Rebbe. Kugler Rebbe. So I worked, they put up papers, they came, they said, Kugler Rebbe, Tzadik Balayir, Kugler Rebbe is coming to town. So they go and they make a huge table in the shul, and all the people come, everybody makes a nice dish, a beautiful meal, and they thought we broke the bank. That's it, look at this. We cashing in, we're going to do this every time, we found the secret sauce. Well, what happened? Then a lady bursts into the meal, crying, and all red, and she says, Rebbe, I need a salvation, I need a Yeshua. He said, what happened? This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He's not a Rebbe, but he acts like it. He says, my son, he has a crazy fever. It doesn't go away 3 days, please. He looks like he's turning blue. Do something. Come. So everybody's looking at him like, no, Rebbe, do something. All the townspeople are saying, let's see this miracle worker do his miracles. So he gets up, all confident, acting as if he's a Rebbe. He's like, where's the baby? Let's go. He goes to the baby. So he's standing there in the room with the baby in the room. It's crying. They're all looking at him like, what is he going to do? He says, I need 5 minutes. He goes inside the room, closes the door, and 5 minutes, the baby stops crying. The baby looks normal. He comes out and they say, what did you do? He probably did some miracle. He said some bracha with the kavanot of names of Hashem, and he brought down some, he removed some decree. So all the students asked him, what did you do? But what did you do in there? He says, all I did, what do I do? What do I know? Do I know some brachot? Do I know some secret kavanot? What do I know? I don't know anything. I'm a regular guy. All I did was I found a Tehillim in the room, and I started saying Tehillim. I cried my eyes out, Hashem, please, I'm in a situation, don't let me get embarrassed. And he cried for 5 minutes saying Tehillim, and then healed the baby. And what? He didn't believe in himself, but other people told him. Other people kept praising him. Other people told him he could do a miracle, and he believed it too. So he says the same thing over here, that if, even though you might have flatterers around you and tell you praises all day, and you have a lot to work on, and they never tell you what you have to work on, they just tell you, yeah, you're good, teprav, and eventually you'll start believing it. Eventually it's going to start blowing up your ego, and you might actually, become delirious. You may actually think that what they're saying is true, and that gets rid of your anava, that gets rid of your humility. He says, the Mesad Sharim, ואין טוב לאדם אלא שיבקש לו חברים תמימים שיעירו עיניו במה שהוא עיוור בו ויוכיחו באהבתם. What's the best thing? There's nothing better than sincere friends who will alert one to things which he did not see, and in their love for him, they'll rebuke him to save him from harm. So you see, people think that friends is, he's funny, he makes jokes, he always takes us out to eat, he always gives me compliments, he appreciates the things I buy and the food I eat, It says, let me say the best friends, sincere friends, who will rebuke you. Those are the good ones. Those are the real friends. The ones that just tell you, yeah, you're good. Baloney. The ones who are sincere friends, they tell you, listen, Shalom John, I love you so much, like a brother. I think you should improve in this, improve in that. Hey, what kind of friend are you? You always tell me what I'm your son. You tell me what to do. I don't tell you what to do. What do you get in my business? You should know that he's being a sincere friend. If he really cares about you, that's what a friend is for, to help you, not to fall into sin. A person is biased to himself. How will you ever catch yourself? You're biased. You can't testify for yourself. But if you have a good friend, he could point it out to you, and he could tell you.
Should husband and wife be best friends or not?
100%.
Should they rebuke each other?
Oh, definitely. They just have to know how, and they have to know when.
I know Rabbi Shalom Arush says that you shouldn't.
Oh, so he says that the person has to improve himself and it'll go away by himself.
Yeah.
But there are some situations where you're allowed to point out something. Let's say she asks you, or let's say she's not going to get upset from it, right? Some halakha she doesn't know. Oh, you're supposed to bow this way. Oh, wow, I didn't know you're supposed to bow like that. Okay, good.
In general, to be a friend with your wife, as well as your wife.
Of course, what do we bless in the Sheva Brachot? We bless them with Shivim Re'im Ma'ovim. What's Re'im? Re'im is beloved friends. Beloved friends. Sometimes it could be a tzara to have your wife as a business. Okay, I make the cheddar, I work, and you clean, you cook, you pick up the kids, you do shopping, and I do that, you do that, and that's it. We're good. We're just business. And then yapashol naverch, and that's it. You did your part, I did my part. No, you have to have actually a relationship. Like you schmooze about things, you have deep, meaningful conversations about things. You see eye to eye on a lot of things, and hopefully you grow from having these conversations together. But a guy who thinks his wife is just there for certain things, but if she's not really someone who I spend time talking to, I really dying to have conversations with my buddies. So that's a tremendous lacking in his relationship. It's tremendous lacking. But the point is, what's a sincere friend? Someone who makes you grow. Baruch Adonai Olam. Amen.